I found 5 houses to look at, but could only view 2 houses. The reason? Just wait a moment. That's how this video will start. Autumn and the fall season in Sweden are beautiful, but finding a cottage for sale is getting tougher so close to year's end. The last 2 weeks were an up and down of traveling through beautiful Sweden and the disappointments ahead of me. Join my dog Vicky and me on our journey to find a place to call home in Sweden. My last video ended on a very high note. I was so excited about the house that I found. That one was exactly what I am looking for. Before the official viewing, I had already taken a look at the place without the realtor, limited to the outside, and I peeked through the windows. The official viewing, however, was still a few days out when I posted that last video, and I was debating if I should already include that house. I didn't want to jinx it. To be a bit superstitious may not hurt, so better safe than sorry. But then I decided to already share my joy and excitement, because whatever comes next is the real life. It is how I experience things on my journey. Alright. I had signed up for the viewing, I had called the realtor, and I asked if I could take a look at the place prior, which she was okay with, but I had to do it on my own. I played by the rules and patiently waited for the official viewing to take place. Shortly before the viewing, I received an email from the realtor. The place had been sold. I was heartbroken. If you followed my previous videos, you know that I've been looking since May. It is now October. The realty season will soon come to an end for this year, and right then the perfect house came up, but I didn't even get the chance to place a bid on it. In all honesty, I was really down. The only thing I could do was to learn from the defeat. I emailed back and kindly asked if the buyer had gotten an individual appointment before the official viewing, including to go inside the house. I wouldn't complain about it, but maybe there is at least a lesson to learn from it. And the realtor was so fair to share with me that indeed that was the case. To the new owner, congratulations, you bought a fine house in a good area, and congratulations to outsmarting everyone else. There is nothing to complain about. There is only to learn from that, and next time I will have to be brave enough to go the same route of being more determined. I'm getting ready for another viewing in the Karlskrona area. I confirmed my participation and the viewing is in the afternoon. I am ready to leave in the morning. After a fairly dry summer, the fall is quite wet, so I bought some rubber boots. Let's go. I'm getting ready to start the engine and take off. But then it came to my mind that I had to punch in the address in Google Maps. I grabbed my cell phone and saw that I received an email from the realtor. The house sold before the viewing. A week later, I had found 3 new houses to look at. To be honest with you, each has its downside. But the end of the season is approaching and I have another month before it may be too cold to go on a trip and sleep in the car. So now is a good time to get out, drive through the autumn and fall landscape, and Vicky and I get to know the country better, and maybe find a house that is a hidden gem. For this house, I asked the realtor for a viewing, but she wasn't able to come out and allowed me to go there by myself. There is a problem with this house. A severe problem. The house doesn't have power. But I had to take a look at it because the house looks so nice and the area that is nestled in, and yeah, I just love it. It rained, and so I was holding my hand above the camera, so if you see a finger in front of the lens, my apologies. It's collapsed. I'm checking out the different sheds first before I go back to the house. I find it very dissatisfying to just look through the windows, but I think I'm coming up with a pretty good idea in a moment. Okay, so that was the house, and I guess a real bummer that we couldn't look inside the house very well, and that we couldn't go inside the house. However, I have an idea here. So the thing is that there is the listing from the realtor, and I could show you the photos of the listing. But I might get in trouble, worst case, with copyright issues using the photos of the listing. However, I have an idea. How about we just look at the listing together and I'm screen recording it? I found this house on boli.se. I saved it in my favorites list. On the bottom right, you see that the realtor uploaded only 5 photos. Usually there are more photos on the website of the realtor, and further down I can find the link to the website. There are indeed 21 photos there, and I'm browsing through them now until I find the inside photos. I'm scrolling through them slowly, so enjoy the show. Oh gosh, I like the house. Just the way how it's sitting there in the middle of nowhere, no neighbors around. The field left of the house, there looks like there's like horses or cattle on there in summer. Anyway, I have a question for you. I know that a lot of people know a lot about rocks. When you look at these white ones, and they're also there in different colors, like to me, I would think it's a flintstone, but if you can identify it, just leave a comment and tell me what it is. I'm really curious.
Now, so what am I thinking about this place? I think it is a really, really nice location. The house, from what I could see, looks decent. It makes sense to get an inspector to look at the place and just because it's not that cheap actually for it not having power and not be having being used regularly and most likely not having a permit for the chimney and wood stove and fireplace. Most likely. Yeah, so there is no harm in not committing to this house right at this moment, but to um yeah, to revisit it later and think so I have time to think about it and I don't have to rush with the decision.
We saw earlier that there was a tree across the driveway, so I thought it's a good idea to give the realtor a call and just let her know.
Hey, this is Thomas again calling. Hey, yeah, so I've been at the place and I will think about it. It looks quite nice from the outside. For now, yeah, sorry. For now, I just wanted to let you know that on that driveway, there is a tree that fell onto the driveway and is blocking the driveway.
Alright then, let's go to the next house. What a beautiful drive through Sweden's west. I am actually west of the Lake Vänern. So while I'm driving, let's talk about the next house. I am pretty confident that it will be a no, because I saw that it is right by railroad tracks, like right next to it. But you can see only so and so much on Google Maps and Street View. So for this house, I decided to not contact the realtor in advance, but to go there first, take a quick look, and then decide if I want to get a viewing.
Continue straight. Sveriges bästa korvmeny på Circle K har blivit In 200 meters, your destination will be on the right.
I don't think so. I don't think so. So that didn't work out well, hey? But there is a way to see the house from the other side. I just drive around, cross the railroad tracks, and then there's a road behind it. So let's go there together. I can see there are tracks already of people going up to the railway tracks, and the house is there. Okay, let's go up as well. I'm not the first one. I do like trains actually, but that's a little bit too close. I'm sorry if that hurt in your ears, but now you know how it would be for me if I lived there. Let's go to the next house. For that viewing, I signed up about a week ago. You should notice the poles that are left and right of the road, and most of you will know that this is for the snowplow to see where the road ends. And then I came across something amazing. I had no idea that it exists, and it's pretty cool that I found it by coincidence. You see a lake, you see a fireplace with benches around it. There is an outhouse somewhere in the back. But why is it there, and who owns it? Lake Vänern is the largest lake in Sweden. It's somewhere else, I'm already further west of it, but in this area, west of Lake Vänern, there is a huge area with many lakes, like this one. Traveling on there by canoe or kayak is encouraged, and you can portage between the lakes. On this information board is all the information that you need to know. The organization DANO maintains campsites like this one along the lakes. You need to register and then you can use them. To be honest, I haven't really looked into it, so I can't tell you more than what I saw on this information board. And off we go to the last house in today's video.
Not easy to know.
I'm muting the video here because of what the people talk in the background. It is very private stuff. So yeah, I just feel more comfortable to have it on mute here. How do I feel about this house? It was kind of weird that you gain access to the second floor from the outside only, but that's just a fun fact. This house is far in the backcountry, and although the nearby road is plowed in winter, the real issue I see is that the next bigger town is quite far away, over 30 kilometers or 20 miles. And that one doesn't even have a lot of stores and services. Hence, you really have to travel far to get somewhere. The house itself felt weird to me. What I expected after seeing the photos in the listing and how I felt when I was there inside the house was very different. It is hard to describe. I have to give a shout out though to the current owners because the house looked very well maintained, inside and outside. But I didn't feel that this is for me. I'm sorry that I can't describe it better. Please feel free to leave a comment how you liked it. I'm curious to see what you think. 2 weeks have passed since I posted the last video, and those 2 weeks felt very long because of the 2 viewings that were cancelled, with the first one being painful. You learn more from your losses than from your winnings, and so I hope this learning experience will pay out. I really enjoyed the road trip in the end that Vicky and I were on for 3 days. It was so beautiful to see more of Sweden in autumn or fall. On my way home, I felt like treating myself. I have never been to Sibylla yet, a fast food chain in Sweden, so I stopped there on my way home. I had to mute the recording again because they were playing music in the background, I guess from the radio, so that'll cause issues. Okay, so good thing if you don't speak the language very well is when you have these machines, because you can take your time and there are pictures on there. And everything else is very straightforward. It's like in every other fast food restaurant. So yeah, it's all quick and easy. I really want to show you the burger that I ate. It looked like this one out there, except for the helmet.
That burger was the best I ever ate. I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. Wow. McDonald's, I'll never come to you again. And if an executive of Sibylla sees this, I want to do business with you. I want to advertise for you. Oh, this was really great. Okay, let's go home.